Hello everyone, Ether Song here. The fall season of anime has started, and this season 2 of my favorite manga have been turned into anime, Sousou no Frieren and Shangri-La Frontier. Both these adaptations are incredibly high quality. They are two of the best anime from this season, and I highly recommend them. But for this video, I'd like to focus just on Frieren. Sousou no Frieren, also known as Frieren Beyond Journey's End, is a manga that has received high praise in Japan. It started appearing in the weekly Shonen Sunday in April 2020 as part of the previous editor-in-chief, Takenori Ichihara's efforts to revitalize the magazine. To give some background, back in 2015, the weekly Shonen Sunday was in a dire state and expected to fall into the red for the first time since its debate issue in 1959. At this time, Ichihara stepped in as a new editor-in-chief and made a declaration to completely reform the publication through making it a priority to nurture new creators and retrain his editors from scratch. Until he could trust his editors, he made the sole judgment related to manga from the primary selection for newcomer awards and the debate read-throughs for rookie authors to new serialization projects for veteran creators. He held weekly manga study sessions for his staff before moving into teaching editing techniques and the purpose of manga editors. In his fourth year, he appointed 3 editors as chief editors and divided his staff into 3 groups. Since Ishihara's arrival, a number of hit series have appeared in Shonen Sunday, including Komi Can't Communicate, Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle, Fly Me to the Moon, and Call of the Night. But perhaps the most influential series has been Sousou no Frieren. Ichihara had said, "When I read the story of Frieren for the first time, I was flipped upside down. I was delighted to see that this kind of project was now being produced without my intervention. Not a single panel was altered by me. All I said was, serialize it as soon as possible. I don't want it as anything other than a weekly series. It's probably been 30 years since Shonen Sunday had a mega hit like this by freshman authors whose first work had not even been made into a movie. It's the first time in 30 years that something like this has happened since Kyokara Orewa." In 2021, Frieren won the 14th Manga Taisho and the New Creator Prize of the 25th Annual Tezuka Osamu Cultural Prize. I believe there are multiple factors about Frieren that have appealed to its readers. To start, it is a new take on the age-old story of a hero defeating the Demon King. This story begins after the Demon King is already defeated. Frieren is an elven mage who traveled with the hero Himmel's party, but as an elf, she is able to live for thousands of years and experiences the passage of time differently than humans. 10 years to her is merely a drop in the bucket. She reunites with the hero's party after 50 years, and after one last adventure to see a meteor shower, the hero Himmel passes away from old age. During the funeral, Frieren feels guilty about not attempting to learn more about him. It was not until Himmel passed away that she realized how important he was to her. Despite only spending a mere 10 years together, Himmel had an everlasting impact on Frieren. She decides to try and learn more about humans and goes to visit her other former companions. When visiting the priest Heider, she agrees to train the girl Fern that he had adopted. After Heider passes away, she travels with Fern and continues to tutor her while retracing the steps that she had taken during her adventure with Himmel. Memory of Himmel among the citizens of the world is starting to fade, but there are still traces of his existence that remain. While revisiting these places, she also revisits her memories of the time she had spent with Himmel, but in a new light as she develops a closer bond with her companions and gains a greater understanding of humanity. An air of beautiful melancholy and happy nostalgia hangs heavy over the road movie nature of the series. These are major themes I also believe deeply resonate with those who experience the story. In particular, older consumers of the series. Despite being a shonen manga, this is a story that can appeal to a very wide age group. Depending on what stage of life the person is in, the various elements of the story can hold different weight. There is adventure and battles, but there is also quiet sadness for the people and things that have passed away and the impact of their memory. Revisiting a story at a later stage of life, we can find a new perspective to approaching our own life's experiences and memories through reflecting on how Frieren grows through gaining new understanding of her past encounters in the light of her new companions. We can grow along with Frieren and find new appreciation for the past and present people in our lives. I believe it is this aspect of the series that makes it transcend the typical shonen manga and receive such high praise. Indeed, this has been one of my favorite mangas since I first encountered it a few years back, and I'm ecstatic that the anime has done such a fantastic job of recreating what makes the manga great. I'm happy that Frieren is now reaching an even greater audience through the anime. I know some people may be disappointed if they approach the show expecting a stereotypical shonen story, and I think that is fine. But I believe even those viewers may come to like the series and see it differently if they return to it at a different stage in their lives. For people who haven't seen the show yet, I highly recommend it. I believe it is a series that people of all ages can enjoy. I can't praise it enough, but to put it simply, it is a masterpiece.